Okay, hello again. This time we're gonna go through more of the attacking side comms and what kind of rotations you can make here to make your life and your team's life easier. Again, as I already stated in the earlier video, especially if you play solo queue and try to rank up, it's gonna be a lot on you to make the calls and to be as effective as you can and get as much info as you can. So I suggest if you have any interest or any skills with characters like Sky, Cypher, Sova, KO, use those guys in ranked. Like, there's gonna be always the insta duelist or two, so a good bet if you're still not sure what to play would be to go something like Sky, Sova, or Cypher Killjoy, something like that. Get that one role you're comfortable with, and you can do a lot with those stuff. Especially on maps like Cave, and you can just lock down to different places. You can lock down A and C at the same time as Cypher, and get like a ton of info as Sky, as Sova, and that's really gonna elevate your game to the next level when you get used to playing these characters. Now, talking about info, talking about IGLing in a pub or like a pub game, pickup game, ranked game, whatever. It's usually now, many people say IGLing doesn't work in these ranks, and I agree to a certain degree, if you get what I mean. I'm gonna explain myself here now. Basically, don't IGL like, Sova do this recon or do this smoke, we go on 30 seconds and you're just gonna swing too short and three guys are gonna swing long and I'll go for the afterplant flank, and then nobody has like any idea what you mean. That's not the way to IGL in pub games, no matter what rank. If you play Radiant, no, it doesn't work even there. I can tell you by experience, especially in games like CS:GO, it just doesn't work. So how do you approach kind of the calling situation when you're attacking? First of all, you need to know if the team is listening to you. If you give a call and they don't listen to you, if you give two calls and they don't listen to you, it's just useless. Just focus on your own game. Go wherever your team is going. But sometimes you have like four teammates who really don't know where to go. They do listen to you, and that's the perfect situation for you to make calls. Now, you can start the game by every single round in a different way. Sometimes, like for example, I like to play, I know a lot of people like to do, is you can just tell your Cypher, can you case that straight away? Astra, can you smoke that and take the smoke out straight away? You tell them to do that. If you're playing like a flash character, you can just flash here and go through the smoke and get one kill, or even a trade and just like get like an advantage to your team, because on T side 4-on-4, especially on a 3-side map like Haven, is really good for your team. Comms wise, actually other stuff on IGLing as well is when you call and execute, right? What you want to do is you want to give the most simple thing possible. Asher, can you smoke Heaven and CT? You ping those both places so he's sure that you're asking him to smoke X and Y. You give him two smokes, that's it. You don't need anything else. You can say, Asher smoke this, and then when you get close to the site, if you're playing like Sky, because I'm playing Sky right now, it's a good example to give. You get close here, you tell him to smoke, and then you say, I'm flashing. You give the flash call, and then you push in and clear like the site with your team, and then you put the bomb down. That's it. That's all the calling you can do. Or like, if you get to like, three guys get to here and you're just kind of holding the angle and just going for a small fight or like taking info or whatever, and the round seems to stagnate, what you can call is just like, go see. And in team environment, going fucking mental usually isn't a good idea, because you're just gonna like throw off the whole like vibe of the team, and the whole communication is gonna get super messy if everyone's just yelling like, go see. But in ranked, you're gonna get the attention of your team by being more vocal. I'm not telling you to do go fucking see or just like yell at your team. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm telling you is like, if you get a read, like you hear three guys, or you see you dog, you arrow, whatever, and you see like three guys in A, four guys in A, you see three guys inside, one guy rotating, whatever. You can just tell them that, guys, go see, 4A. Give them a reason. Always, like, the thing you need to do always when you're playing, no matter what role, no matter what the situation is, why. Because like, these guys are not gonna listen to you if you're not gonna tell them why. If you say 4A, that's an answer to the question why, and they're gonna understand, okay, it's a bad idea to execute 4-on-4 when there's 4-on-A, and then you're just gonna make the rotation. If it doesn't work out, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Play one round at a time. One thing that I believe it was Yay from Envy, said in his stream or something, was like, play round at a time and don't like focus on like losing rounds and losing duels. That doesn't like, that's just gonna make you play worse. So right, we're gonna focus on that too. We're gonna play this round by round. Of course, we're gonna take mental notes on what the enemy tends to do. If you see somebody do a certain rotation a lot of the time, you're gonna like call that to your team that, hey, Sage is rotating away from Garage. Then you can just say, I'm blocking Garage. Somebody follow the dog. Just give as simple instructions as you can if you actually want to be the IGL for the team. And just, you know, be assertive with your team. Don't like, if they don't listen to you, they don't listen to you. Then just play with the team. But if they listen to you, give clear, easy to understand commands. Like, Astra smoke CT, I'm gonna flash Garage, we go. That's easy to understand. You know what's gonna happen. Your team knows what's gonna happen. And at the start of the round, you can say like, go 3 long and 2 guys Garage. Very easy. You understood what I wanted to tell you, and they were like ready to do that. And then you say, I flash. After the flash, go be Garage. Flash. Your teammate already knows that, okay, we're gonna be Garage. And then that's kind of you need to give the keys for your teammates to succeed, while you're not like micromanaging them, because micromanaging doesn't even work on professional level a lot of the time, just because like people are how they are. It's all a relationship game, as a friend of mine used to say. Also, yeah, that's pretty much the IGLing angle. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Give clear, easy to understand commands, and just like communicate with your team. Tell rotations if you hear something. If you know somebody has a weak weapon, weak position, if you know an exact position. Good thing about Valorant is you can always ping somebody to be somewhere. You can give the call out, one guy's playing plat on C, and then you can just ping plat on C. It's gonna be easy as that. Super easy. Really strong stuff like, you know, information utilities, like the bird, like the dog, like the ulti. You can just like, oh my. Or like if you want to, you can just do small stuff, but try not to go alone. Try always be with someone so you can get to trade and you can give info. Just like giving info of rotations, where the enemy is, how many enemies are on like A, B or C sides. It's all good info, all info you need to give to your team. And just remember to talk as little as you can when you give these infos, and play as clear as you can, because a lot of the time all around the world, even in the US, you get still people who are Mexican, who are like from in certain servers like from Quebec, who don't really speak English all that much. And like the communication is always going to be a little messy, and people have different callouts. Like especially in Europe, I'm from Finland, so it's gonna be really weird for some people, because I call this highway. Some people call this tunnel. So some people call this short. There's like 3 different callouts that different people use, because I use Speedway because I'm from CS. There's like in Inferno you have a Speedway, and I somehow, this reminds me of Speedway, I don't know why, but I call it Speedway. And like in the Finnish scene, when I was playing in teams, we used to call it Speedway as well. So we don't want to give weird callouts. We don't want to give like callouts that people wouldn't understand. But if you just have like one single callout, you know, for a position, say the callout and ping it or something, so the enemy team, so that your team understands what's going on, right? Other than that, like try like spacing and everything like that when entering to a site is up to you, on like to be on the right position. But yeah, we're talking about communications and IGLing. So like also when you give comms, especially if you're getting like a high info character like Sky here, it's really easy to clear out spots like backside, but that's just like give info as specific as you can in as little time as you can. Like if I know that guy is playing behind default, I'm just gonna say one guy behind default, one guy backside. If I know somebody's like flat corner, I'm just gonna say flat corner, behind flat. Speedway or Garage, I keep Garage. And you know, that simple info that's easy to understand and tell to your team. Numbers 2B, 2A, if you don't know where they are. One guy behind plat, one guy behind default. Very easy info to understand. Really good info for your team. It's gonna be round winning info a lot of the time. But that's pretty much it. Communicate where the bomb's going, who has the bomb. Sometimes you can remind ultimates as well on both CT and T side, defense and attack. Remember to tell your teammates that, hey dude, you have an ulti, use it. And you know, try not to be too aggressive about it. Try to be nice to your teammates. If they don't come, you can try to type in chat, you know, can you guys talk? It's not gonna help 9 out of 10 times, but sometimes when it helps, it helps. Somebody might unmute the whole team. That's happened to me a couple of times. When you just tell them in chat that, dude, can you unmute please? So we can win this game. And then they unmute themselves and you have a nice chat, and, you know, that's gonna be a lot easier for you. And just like giving good info, trying to stay as calm as you can. If your team is not listening to you, that's alright. Just give the info still and just ignore your teammates just being asses. Because like one of the most important, if not the most important thing when playing competitive like FPS games is info, and like talking to your team and seeing what, if they have any ideas, if they have any reads, you know, that kind of stuff. Anyways, I hope this helped. Yep, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you on the next one.